Hello and welcome to another episode of Wake Up Poverty Inspires Me. I hope you're having a blessed and fantastic day wherever you are in the world, and if you're not, well, then you're wasting your time because you probably could. Sometimes we live our life and we try to avoid the darkness. The darkness is something that we would rather not be in, because when we're in a dark state, we feel a certain way about life. A lot of times that certain way of feeling isn't always feel like it's beneficial to our overall well-being. We may have thoughts of lust. We may have thoughts of anger. We may have thoughts of violence. I mean, the darkness is a scary place. If we were to be in a dark room, we would just want to know where we are. We would want to have some kind of control over our visibility. What's in front of me? What's behind me? I don't feel comfortable here. It's so dark. So the darkness is often avoided, but if you ever contemplate or think for a minute, maybe the darkness is exactly what we need. And it sounds crazy. The darkness is what we need. Well, if we think about just the word itself, there's the opposite to it already. So what's the opposite of dark? Light. Alright, so where can we go with this? If the opposite of dark is light, then darkness is what I need, then darkness must bring out its opposite or equivalent at some point, which would be light. So, if the two are related, then they must be on different ends of the spectrum of allowing myself to see or to be in these areas internally. So let's say I'm in a dark state of mind and life is beating me down, and every which way I turn, I can't seem to catch a break. I'm losing here, and I feel like I'm losing there, and the bills are piling up. My job sucks. I'm tired. My body hurts. I can find every single reason in the book to complain, and every reason is just putting me in a darker and a darker and a darker space. But if I took every single thing that I just said and I broke it down into an individual, there's an opportunity and a silver lining in every single one. I'm not eating well. What's the silver lining or opportunity in that? To create better health. My bills are just piling up. I can't seem to keep them paid. What's the opportunity in that? Well, if you feel more stressed, then there's opportunity in dealing with a harder situation. The truth is, if you just face it, you will find a way to deal with it. Because in the moment, you're going to realize, in this very, very moment, you're okay. So the darkness may be what you need to get you in alignment to where you need to go. And sometimes we don't know where we're going to go if we're just sitting in a dark room. We need a little bit of direction. So the darkness is what we need. We're too quick to shy away from that cloudy day, or if we look at a cartoon where you just have a cloud over top of a house and it's raining. And you think, wow, that house, it must have some bad luck. But what would that mean for that house? Have some beautiful grass, probably. Some very vibrant wildlife surrounding their house from the rainfall. You might have some erosion, some damage to the wood. But you may also have an ability to, or want to maybe put some kind of water protectant or wood stain. You see, you can upgrade what you got because of what you're dealing with. So the darkness is a place you can draw from to build and to grow for strength, power, and vitality in your life. But if you're not willing to step in a dark place and you always want a cushiony, comfortable environment, it's going to be real hard to grow in darkness. You're going to be sitting in there waiting for somebody to turn the lights on for you. And what happens is usually your lights get turned out. And you lived your whole life in a dark space that didn't serve you. If you're going to be in darkness, then make it fucking work for you. See the gifts that the darkness is offering you. And utilize them to your advantage. It's not always, I'm just going to be in a dark place so I can get to a light place. I want to be in a light place so I can know what it's like to be dark. It's the experience in the motion of the realization that nothing's forever. Right? Right now, let's say I'm pissed off because I got cut off in traffic and my emotion might be really strong. Oh, I hate that stupid son of a bitch. You should learn how to drive, blah, 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 blah. My mind will give me a million commentaries just to run with that. And then after about 15 minutes, I'm not so mad anymore. What happened to all that powerful darkness of rage? How did it serve me in that moment when it left? If I didn't get anything out of it. If I didn't become a better driver. If I didn't have more patience because of them, what the fuck did it do for me? It kept me in a conscious state of being that I had no control over. The darkness was serving itself because I had no idea it could serve me. If you want to become a master of your life, sit in the dark. Sit in your dark space of your mind and just let it talk to you. We learn a lot when we listen. When we talk, we're just reiterating things that we already know. But when we stop and we listen, we can learn so much. You know, I listen to my own mind all the time tell me about, hey, Chris, go out here and do this and work on that. And then I hear my body saying, this hurts or that hurts. And then my dedication to my craft, to my journey, to me, to my dark times, to my light times, to my life, allow me to take a step and then another step. And then before you know it, here I am making another podcast. Why? I might sit around and think, well, who's listening to you? Yeah, it's not my job. It's not my job to say who's going to listen to me. Who listens to me is who listens to me. Who doesn't listen, who doesn't listen. You know, we have a million different influences coming to us every day from a million different directions. And where we place our attention is also like placing it in the dark or in the light, you know. If you're in a crowded room, where are you standing at? In a dark lit place or in a very lit area? What do you want to be? You got to be able to use these things to dig deeper into the essence of who you are. So you can understand that growth is coming from a place that's not here. It's not there either. See, because it couldn't be fully in the dark and it couldn't be fully in the light, and that's why it's here. To experience both. To see the beautiful day followed by the stormy day, and to deal with it, and to learn and to flow with these different energies. At the end of the day, what goes up comes down. What lives dies. But we never say what dies lives, because what's alive is alive and what's dead is dead. So if you're alive, you're living. So live, because when you're dead, you'll be dead. And the life you have is an opportunity to be between the light and be between the dark places of your mind and the light places of your mind. And in between there, you find yourself somewhere, walking around, noticing, spending a lot of time over here, or over here, or if I spend over time over here, I can start seeing things that I can make happen over there. You become the great equalizer to your thoughts, the great equalizer to your balance of your own mind, of your own ability to be in the dark space and to be okay with it, because you know that it doesn't last forever. And from the darkness comes light. And if you're the type of person that is up in the light and you're living well, then be ready to come into the dark, because they're both going to serve you equally in your life. But your attention to them is never equal, because that's up to you. Where attention is put, things grow and manifest. If your attention is in the dark without seeing the qualities of the light, you're going to manifest that. And if your attention is in the light without seeing the qualities or understanding the dark, then you're going to be in a lot of pain when the darkness comes, and it will come. Because what goes up comes down, and what lives dies. But what dies never lives. People die inside before they even have a chance to live. They don't need to be in the ground to be dead alive. Dead alive in a space of non-movement. Judgment. They're this because of that. I couldn't do that because of him or her, or this or that. They're blinded by their own light, by their own darkness. You can't be blinded to the reality of choice. Choice is going to allow you to move into a different state consciously. Unconsciously, it keeps you there. That's the difference. So if you want to grow, if you want to learn more, if you want to be more, be okay with your life just the way it is. I know that it's always inevitable change is on the way. And be okay with that as well. Some change will be good. Some change will be bad. Some change will be happy and some change will be sad. But the inevitability is it will change. And you have the ability to contemplate how you want this change to affect you. Because you are the one in control of the light and the dark. Until next time, I hope you have a blessed and fantastic day. Thank you for taking the time to tune into another episode of 10 Minutes of Wisdom. Thank you everybody who's listened. And I hope you have a blessed and fantastic day. Until next time, be blessed.